Hello and welcome. Today we'll be making our first basic white bread loaf. So our first step is to measure out our fresh yeast on the scale. Our second step we have is to add lukewarm water to whatever measurement that you have there to the yeast, and that would be our first stage of proofing. With this bread we have 3 stages for proofing with this bread, and I might be taking some extra proofing stages for my personal precautions. As you can now see, we're now measuring our flour. We're using strong white flour, and we're using some good quality salt as well too. And we'll be measuring all our dry ingredients in the metal bowl on the scale. And after the proofing is finished, the proofing exceeded over 15 minutes. It was to proof if the yeast is alive, and it was so alive. We'll be adding all those ingredients into the bowl and mixing it up, and we'll be reaching our second stage of proofing, which will be kneading the dough out properly and then proofing it, and then kneading again and proofing it. As you can see, this is now our second stage, of proofing this dough, and the dough is smooth, relatively smooth, but it also needs a little bit more working with the kneading. So we'll be going back and kneading it once again. In our next stage of proofing, we'll be putting the dough in the baking tin of your desire, and we'll be leaving it and allowing it to proof, and that will be our final stage of proofing. Now we are getting ready to go into our final stage, our final proofing stage, where we will be proofing the dough. That's our second stage, proofing the dough into the baking tin of our desire. The tin has to be greased with butter or palm or whatever you prefer to grease your tin with. Do that at this stage. I used butter because that's what I had on hand. Grease the tin with the butter. Put your dough in the tin. Add slits if you would like. It's all up to you. I add slits just because I wanted to, because I want to experiment with bread making. My dough took 30 minutes to rise, and after it was risen, I added it straight into the oven. As you can see right now, I am dividing the dough into balls. I wanted to bring some home so that I can make some at home in the future. Now we're going to be removing our dough from the oven. Our dough is fully risen, it's finished, it's beautiful. And now we'll be taking it out of the tin. The tin is already cooled, everything is cooled, and we'll be cutting it at this stage.